thy kingdom come. That will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we...
Get the real facts. Listen to the real interviews. Share your real thoughts with Andre Donald on Real Expressions, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., Monday to Friday. It's all about Real Expressions. Real Expressions. Start your day on the right foot with Andre Donald here on Real 91.9 and 5 FM.
Right here.
www.drealfmgrenada.com.
Oh, you want fruit?
Yes.
But is there a lot of fruits? Let me ask Carl. Carl, is there a lot of fruits about now? No?
No, not really.
We don't have a lot of fruits now.
Mangoes coming in.
Mangoes just started coming.
That's all right. Whatever you have, send it by the boat.
All right. Anytime, myself and Carl are going to put together something as soon as we can and send it up and go and drop it by the boat and let you collect it.
That's what I said. We are the blessed Grenadians. We love each other. We look after each other.
Carl say he coming in cargo.
All right, let's tell him to come. He's welcome. He's welcome. We are loving people. Tell him to come whenever he comes.
All right, then. Take care. All right, man.
Take care. To have a beautiful day. Carl, good morning to you.
Morning. Have a blessed day.
You too. Amen and amen. Bless you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
If you're not going up, we could organize something and bring up, man.
You're going up?
Yeah.
But that is a crossing.
Well, cross and then forward out. So that would be my transit point.
You're going vacation? You're going vacation?
No, man, I'm going on a mission of importance.
How long is staying?
A couple of days.
So that means I'm missing you for a Friday, brethren?
No, well, we could do it all kind of hour. No, man. We could do it all kind of hour. We could do it on, I think it'll send for people.
StreamYard?
Yeah.
All you.
What?
All you. Ikan. What is it? Yale. Sakitan pale lap. Oh yeah, tell her that. Wow. Grand Rising, Real FM family. Have a blessed Friday. Hey, thank you, Patsy. You too. Have a wonderful one. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Yeah.
Master Call, good morning.
Morning.
Master Call.
Yeah.
Remember the second test we had a discussion where I said Carl May should have been in the team.
Well, I agree. I always agree with that.
So, but you didn't agree with me?
I always agree for Kyle Mayers. I will tell you why. Mm-hmm. If Kyle Mayers bat for 2 hours, he will have 60 runs. And he just have a knack of picking up wickets. Not to say, he's one of them bowlers and them who, you remember Wavell Hines?
Yeah.
They have a golden arm, they just go out somebody good. And good batsman they just out.
That's true.
And you wouldn't believe I was in a particular place yesterday when the game playing and they were arguing about Kyle Mayers. And when he came into bowl, I said, what, that man just out people. And then when he out the wicket, they say that. I was not no pundit, but I just know Kyle Mayers just out people. I remember, Kyle Mayers started to play cricket as a bowler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's he from?
Barbados, but he did play for the Windward. Yeah.
That's how you say Carl Mayers, and I'm thinking Dominica.
No, Barbados.
He has some links in Dominica.
Could be, but he's Bajan.
Yeah, but he plays to the Windward.
But he should be playing in them other games than them, and with that wicket and them they playing up there, he just go produce one that will out somebody.
All right, goodbye.
Well, before I go.
Yeah.
I saw a video where someone put a mask on the statue of the late Prime Minister, Sir Gary. What do you guys think about that? To me, I think it's disrespectful that someone will look to climb up so far and do something like that. To me, I think it's disrespectful.
I would not even comment on that. I ain't wasting energy to comment to that because the people know his guy, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, one love, bro.
Yeah.
Errol Bonaparte pick up this thing now, and Errol saying Mr. Mila. Errol saying Mr. Mila.
One Errol.
Would you believe what I just picked up? I gave specific instructions yesterday where to put that.
Yes.
Because in the same position that I got it,
You met it there.
I met it there a couple of times. I gave specific instructions where to put it. This morning you come back. What do you do in situations like this, Carl?
Yeah, so somebody has to be accountable in some way.
Well, I mean, I know who is, but you give it yesterday, you know, as I was leaving. Anyway, where's Drums? She ain't talking to us today.
I don't know, I'll wait drums.
Cricket, you're going cricket, huh?
Most likely I might go tomorrow based on the stage of the game.
Tomorrow's what, Saturday?
Yeah.
You have to work.
Yeah, and yesterday you're telling them BJ and them see my the cricket. I say, what, my partner going in cricket and you don't telling me nothing, but
I could have seen him on the television. I didn't say he was going to see me at the cricket.
you say see you at the cricket.
See you at the cricket.
Yeah, nice spin on it. That mean you still have your touch. That one thing you still have your touch. Good spin. Well played. Well played. You read the wrong one.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's up, girl?
I'm good. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. Good morning, Salawat.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I
Bless.
hear Mr. Angela say that you're going, I hear why saying there? You and there, why saying there?
I love you, Justice.
Okay then. I'm reading from the Word of God, Revelation chapter 14, verse 5. And in their mouth was found no guilt, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw an angel flying in the midst of heaven, having every everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and do every nation of kindly and tongues and people, saying with the loud voice, Fear God and give glory to Him, for the honor and His judgment is coming. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you very much. And hope you have a wonderful weekend, yourself and your members of your family. You're going to church on Sunday, I'm assuming?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well,
And
take...
this afternoon we have a service. We had one Wednesday night. We have one tonight for the last.
What kind of service is that? What's that?
What is the service again? What is the name of the service? What is the name of the service we are having tonight again? Mission service.
Oh, mission. Okay.
A
Well,
wonderful service Wednesday night, man.
who's your preacher?
Well, he's not no preacher. We didn't really expect a preacher, but the preacher wasn't well, so he could not have come. COVID just said bad again, you know.
So, say what you just said.
Huh?
Say what you just said. Say it again.
COVID, how they call it, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He just said again because people saying he didn't have that outside and they stopped wearing masks and that kind of thing, but 59 or 58 rising going up, you know. I'm sure by now you must have more than that.
Thank you very much, Drumsticks. You don't work with the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, man.
So I hope somebody would have heard you, not just listened to you, but they heard what you said.
Yeah.
All right. Olive! Until Monday, goodbye.
So you have a nice day and a nice weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Have
All
a
right.
nice weekend.
Be safe.
All right, bye.
Very interesting passage of scripture here, Revelation. Now, there's a connection between Revelation and Daniel. When Daniel sought to open the book, the Ancient of Days said there is none worthy. He couldn't find none worthy to open the book, so they had to close it. And then the word became flesh and dwelt among men. And then he was fit to open the seal, Andre. And Revelation is a real book. And I implore listeners to try and read Revelation to understand. If you read Revelation, you go understand a lot of world events going on presently. So it is instructive that she read from Revelation this morning, because the crux of the reading here is the hour of his judgment is not going to come or will come. Is come. And one have to be ready. And it goes back to, if it is well with my soul. And that's the crux of the reading. And one ought to read Revelation to understand what event. So they won't have this fear and panic knowing what is happening. So good passage of scripture, drumstick.
Drumsticks happening.
Yeah, man. I like to hear drumstick because she brings in, scriptures you could ponder on and understand what is at play.
But the amazing thing about drumsticks is that I like her stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
I love that about her. I have never really come across a woman who is so very determined. People have said all sorts of things about her. And I know that she would have gotten to a position where she wanted to stop. And she spoke to me and said, "Yo, you ain't stopping. And we ain't stopping you here.
Yeah.
You will continue." And she continues and she continues. There are mornings she'll fly through a verse of scripture. The other mornings she'll be challenged a little bit. And of course, one understands.
The best of us it has happened to.
Best of us it happens to. But drumsticks, what I draw from her, Carl, is her determination. Mm-hmm. She's like, ain't nobody gonna stop me.
Yeah.
I am going to do. And the thing, whatever challenge she has, one is able to draw something from the portion of scripture that she delivers.
Yes.
Morning after morning. There are those who scared to pick up that phone.
What I mean?
And if they were a little bit challenged as she was, they ain't bothering.
You're hearing them again.
No, you don't hear them. But drumsticks is my girl. A long time I ain't asked her, I wonder when is the last time she cooked drumsticks. That's how she got the name in it.
Well, maybe she's still cooking drumsticks.
I don't know. Drums!
She can back down now.
No,
she can turn back now.
Drums, when last you cooked that thing, girl? She loved drumsticks. She loved that. That's the best part of chicken. Like me, what's the best part of chicken for you?
Breast.
2 portions I like. I like breast, but it has to be prepared properly.
Yeah.
And the wing. There's something about that wing, boy. Yeah. There's something about that ring. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. I come back.
Drums.
I'm cooking drumstick today. Now it's learned to eat more little salt fish and things like that, but cooking drumstick today.
You cooking for you?
For everybody who they know.
Okay.
Okay then.
How many pounds of drumsticks you cooking today? Let me hear.
Well, I don't major meat, I will just cook.
Just cook meat.
Yeah, and if anything stop, I leave out next day.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I see Olive in the back, they smiling. She's happy she getting something. I see her smiling.
Well, she must smile.
She must smile. Take care of yourself, darling. Thanks for calling back.
All
right, good. You see, this is how simple she is.
Yeah.
This is how loving she is. Wonderful woman. Wonderful.
As one songwriter put it, if that isn't love,
what is?
Yeah.
If that isn't love, what is? Beautiful lady. I never met her though.
Wow.
No, never met her. I met Olive at her workplace.
Yeah.
Olive works with the Honorable Minister for Culture, Sport, what else? Cooperatives?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Playing fisheries too.
Mm-hmm. Soon to be what? Let me see if you're intelligent. Soon to be
Regina's representative.
No, we. You didn't hear the news.
No.
Jamaica decided they go into it.
Eh?
And if you know, I mean, I'm not saying this straight up, I don't know how much it's gonna cost us, Carl. But I will say something when we come back, yeah? Let's think the weather. Remind me, Regina's representative.
What you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
It's Real, it's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Our time has now moved on to 25 minutes, and that is after the 7 o'clock hour. And guess what? Today is the 25th. Jerry Tamer, good morning.
Good morning to you, Andre. How are you doing this morning, brother?
I doing, man. I doing.
You doing?
Yeah. As they say, I jamming like Bobbot.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
Good. And you know Bobbot can jam, eh?
Yes, Bobbot can jam.
All right, tell us, bro.
Okay, well, also a pleasant good morning to all your listeners. Well, at present conditions in our tri-island states and most part of the Eastern Caribbean are fair. Our winds are east-northeasterly at 15 miles an hour. Barometric pressure is now 14.2 millibars. Now that is above normal and still rising. Current temperature 26.1 Celsius. Relative humidity 77%. During the last 24 hours, maximum temperature recorded was 30.8 degrees Celsius. The minimum was 24.5 Celsius. During that same period, we had only a trace of rainfall recorded down here at Point Streams, which means the total for the month remains at 8.5 millimeters. Looking now at the public forecast, and this is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petit Martinique, we can expect conditions to be fair to partly cloudy and breezy. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 14 to 24 miles an hour. Seas rough, waves up to 9 feet with easterly swells. And for this, a marine advisory remains in effect. Tides, well, we just had a high tide a minute ago at 7:16, and then we'll have a low tide this afternoon at 1 minute past 5. Maximum temperature today should get up to just around 30 degrees Celsius. We'll have sunset at 6:19 and sunrise tomorrow at 9 minutes after 6. So just to repeat the public forecast, remember it is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petit Martinique. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy and breezy, and the seas rough, waves up to 9 feet with easterly swells. And please remember, our marine advisory remains in effect. So, Andre, that's all from me. It's back to you.
I don't want it back. I want you to keep it.
Well, if you don't want it, share it with your audience.
That is why you're the audience. We will try that, team. Anyway, Jerry, so everything's good?
Everything is good.
Cooper Hill good?
Everybody's good.
All right. Take care of yourself, my brother.
All the best, man.
All right. One love. Jerry Tamer from the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. Carl, have you been there? Not the airport, I mean the Met Office. It's a nice little quaint little... well, when I was there, it was a nice little office. I guess they would have made changes to it over the years. Mm-hmm. But it is my intention one day to do a program from the airport. Oh. That's what I'd really like to do a program from the airport, to talk to the different managers, manager for the grounds, human resource manager, security manager. That's how it works, security department. The general manager. Yeah, just have little discussions with them, and so as to give folks an appreciation of our airport,
what goes on,
and what goes on at the airport, and do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Especially the don'ts, because you can do one of the don'ts and we could end up in serious problems.
Serious issues.
We meaning Grenada. Yeah. You can do one of the don'ts. So one of these mornings, I'll work it out. Miss Gilbert, I think is the manager now.
I'm not certain.
Yeah, Miss Gilbert. Her husband used to be the manager at Lotto. I don't know where he is now, but he used to be the manager at Lotto. She is the one, I believe, who is the manager at the airport. But so one of these days, call you here, say to you, yo, we rousing and we leaving here at 3 o'clock, or we're leaving here at 3:30.
We're on the move.
We're on the move. Did you say nobody can stop us now?
Nobody.
Hey,
nobody.
I tell you what, I want you to be very critical. I want you to listen to this and be very, very critical on it, right?
Vice and corruption.
We on the move and ain't nobody could stop us now.
Who has been tried?
NNP.
Who has been tested?
NNP.
Who has delivered?
NNP.
The new national party, tried, tested, and delivering. The party with you in mind at all times. A party that continues to provide for the people of Grenada. With systems that have been tried. With metal that has been tested. You have a party which is continuing to deliver.
Grenada's best choice. Tried, tested, and delivering. The NNP.
Will you give me the Cheshire Cat grin again?
Yes.
No, man. Come on.
You see, you want me to be critical?
Yeah. After we do Waterwise.
Okay.
After we do Waterwise, I want you to be critical of that.
And you have to be critical of Regina?
Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute. This is real. Stay with us.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to another edition of Waterwise, a production of the National Water and Sewerage Authority, NAWASA. I am Wendy Chateau. NAWASA joined the rest of the world in observing World Water Day on Tuesday, March 22nd, with an awareness walk to bring attention to the important role of groundwater in its supply capacity. The awareness walk was guided by the theme for this year's observance of World Water Day, Groundwater, Making the Invisible Visible. NAWASA's General Manager, Mr. Christopher Husbands, led his team on Tuesday in bringing awareness to the public on the role of groundwater in the authority's water supply capacity. While NAWASA's main source of supply is surface water, groundwater also has significance, accounting for 5% of its public water supplies via 5 groundwater wells. 4 of the 5 wells provide consistent supply to serving consumers, while 1 is used to augment supply to others. The authority currently has boreholes at Bailey's Bacalet and Sherman Valley in St. David and Woodlands in St. George, generating a combined total of approximately 890,000 gallons of water per day and supplying over 25,000 consumers.
In Grenada, we have developed groundwater first phase. It's something that is going to be part of our capital program in the future, the areas that we still haven't explored. And with increasing efficiency with electricity and mechanical equipment, I would expect groundwater to play a greater role in the expansion of the island's water supply.
Employees of the authority were joined on the walk by representatives of the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada, G-Cruise, and other members of the public. Local head of the G-Cruise team, Hans Werner Tyson, highlighted the significance of the awareness walk in sharing the important message of protecting water.
Yeah, it's a very important day. It's a World Water Day here, and it is really celebrated all over the world. To remember that water is a very important resource, and it's life. That is what we can say for water. Even here in Grenada, we don't have enough water in the dry season, and that is the reason why we have to be very careful with water, especially now in February, March, April, May, because there's not enough water.
Assistant Communications Officer at the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Nikolai Boyk, noted that his team grasped the opportunity to participate in Tuesday's awareness walk, understanding the importance of preservation of this most valuable resource.
We understand the impacts that proper waste management has on the protection and the preservation of groundwater, ensuring that the waste that we generate here online and other online activities, that we do not cause pollution, we do not seep into the underground water and cause contamination.
World Water Day is an annual observance that highlights the importance of fresh water and advocates for the sustainable management of freshwater resources, holding even greater significance now in the midst of climate change to ensure that groundwater sources remain uncontaminated and available for use. The 3-mile walk on Tuesday took participants from the Woburn Plain Field to Nawasa's groundwater well at Woodlands, around the Woodlands Woburn community, and back to the Plain Field. And that's our time with you this morning. On behalf of the rest of the team at Nawasa, I am Wendy Chateau.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, Mr. Cheshire Cat.
Is that my new name now?
No, Stalwart is your name.
Yeah.
Stalwart is your name. Drumsticks, Chris New Stalwart is it?
Yeah, man.
And thus it shall remain.
That name is a reflection of me.
It's just that the Stalwart smiles like a Cheshire Cat. But he's still a Stalwart. You like that one again? Oh, what?
Nothing.
Van Bunholder was a fast bowler, eh?
Nah, medium pace.
Medium pace. Lance Gibbs,
a spinner.
Tall, lanky Lance Gibbs with long arms, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best spinner? The spinner, the best action that you like?
In cricket history and West Indies cricket.
Let's do cricket history first.
The guy was dead, but I find he had a good action.
Shane?
Yeah.
West Indies?
Well, I didn't see Gibbs.
No, I never saw Gibbs. But so you have to go on what you've seen.
I didn't see Valentine.
Who's that, Alf?
Yeah. But I can't remember seeing more spinners. Really take notice of more spinners.
The spinner excites me the most, seeing him bowl. And I always believe that the next ball he bowls, he's going to get a wicket, is Roger Harper. That lanky sort of a...
loopy.
Looping kind of thing. He looks like he's going to get... but I used to be upset with him.
Why?
Big man like that bowling spin.
Yeah, and I'm actually running in and fast and bowling very quickly.
Mm-hmm. It's like the other one, Suleiman.
Ben, yeah.
Big, strong man like that, Lollipop. Where's he disappeared to anyway?
He's around because in the game in Barbados, one of the commentators at MC was around. So.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Master Carl.
Morning.
Not because I'm not calling every day, I'm still listening to you all.
Noriega.
Every day. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I listen every day.
Yeah, we know you're there.
Yeah, I must have to tell you that.
All right. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, have a good day.
All right.
And stay safe.
Take care of yourself, my dear.
Bless.
Thanks so much. Okay, bye.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's going first, you or me?
You.
Okay, so in relation to
Regina.
somebody saying that Carl Hooper was the best spinner, was he?
Jeff Boycott didn't say that.
No, Lollipop. Is it Carl Hooper you said or Roger Harper? Oh, he said Carl Hooper.
Jimmy used to bowl a nice little spin too.
Yeah. Lollipop bowler, Carl Hooper. Regina.
Yeah.
I don't. People keep asking, why does Dr. Mitchell want to win all these seats and why he wants all this thing? And I'm thinking to myself, because I've thought about it, why? Outside of wanting to win and you'll say wanting to exit the stage on a,
on a high.
On a high, I believe also, Carl, that he has something that he wants to do. And if he gets the 2/3 majority of the votes, right? That's what it is, eh?
Yeah.
Then he'll be able to go the Republic way. So the race is on. Whether or not Jamaica gets it done first or we get it done first. But I believe it will be done. So that's why I'm not really and truly bothered about Honorable Yolam Bain being Governor General anymore. She's going to be the first, President of the Republic of Grenada. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Master Carl.
And as we all know,
she's going to be the first. You understand?
Yes.
The first President of Grenada. That's what she'll be. Morning, Mrs. Bain. Not the younger, the elder, the mom. Good morning, mom. How you doing? Oh, yeah, well, that lady over there, she good. Yeah, tell me.
And as we are on Regina, how long now Regina is sitting on the throne?
Since she was about 25.
And what's her age now?
95.
And how come I ain't hearing people saying she too old and why she don't go?
I don't know.
I don't find hearing that narrative as you did to Regina.
Hypocrisy? That's only what I can come with to describe what you are referring to. Hypocrisy.
Okay.
Do you think?
Well, it has to be because I find Regina being 70-something years only thing.
Mm-hmm.
The present age of Regina, but no one not tell her she too old and she did too long. But bring it closer to home. Everybody saying the present parents are too old and he did too long. How we reconcile that? They're not aware of the time Regina on the throne. Who saying Dr. Kit Mitchell too old and he should go and did too long?
No, that's not the reason why.
What's the reason why? Is it the melanin in his skin and Regina don't have it?
Ah! You're getting there. That is the main reason, the melanin.
Because they tried that with Robert too, you know.
Mugabe?
Yeah.
In no way I'm going to compare the two, but
I don't compare
no,
them.
No, I know you're not, but in no way I'm going to compare the two. But I say to you, and then I say it this way. Dr. Mitchell, his biggest problem, and his only problem as being Prime Minister of Grenada, like it or not,
is it melanin?
Is the amount of melanin he carries. And people can't stand that. A lot of people can't take that. Believe it or not. Was the NDC a good party? And Prime Minister Thomas would have stayed on at the helm? He could have stayed there until 100 years.
Did he beg him to stay?
They beg him to stay. It's just the amount of melanin in your skin. Dr. Mitchell has too much.
For their liking.
Yeah, he can't be blamed for that.
So Eric had too much for their liking.
For their liking. Yeah, the person just talk, they climbing and putting masks in your face.
Yes.
Do you understand? It's the disrespect. The disrespect.
By the own black hen chicken. Eh?
By their own.
Not white man are doing that, and black hen chicken.
Black hen chicken do that, sire, and that is sad. Good morning to my good friend. She's somewhere in England. She never gives her name. But good morning, I'm waving you, good morning, you know who you are. She never gives the name, she just messages Real FM. Good morning, dear. All right. But yeah, so that's what it is. It's a sorry state, yeah? And trust me, Carl Keaton, you probably never realized it. But it has happened to you. The amount of melanin in your skin. Think.
Yeah.
It has happened to you. It continues to happen to me, the amount of melanin in that skin. Hey, I didn't have a choice, and if I had a choice and I looked and I was told to look around and see, I would have chosen the melanin. The melanin is really good. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, my arm ain't so big, but it's nice and firm, right? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Pastor Carl.
Morning.
How are you, sir?
You? I say you just disappear from the planet?
No, man. I'll give a listening street.
Talk to me.
I've been brilliant and want to take you on for a few morning and laugh. Yeah, we get everything right and we say, yeah. Yeah, what I want to say is that now, you have a toilet mouth of being on a radio. After the Prime Minister make the speech one day, the man go on the same time, toilet mouth go on the same time. Old man go, old man take you in the party and go. Watch your toilet mouth forget he had to beat the man, you know. You forget that? He name the man Jonah. They who call him Jonah. Just now you river water, Mugabe, they call him Mugabe too, you know. Yeah, they call him Mugabe, they call him Jonah. Right? Well, if you deliver Jonah to rule the place, why you want where you going? That man to rule the place until we say, man, go and get arrested.
Yep.
The man to say there until, because he's a leader, Dr. Mitchell is a leader, and we want him to lead Grenada. We want him to lead Grenada because we see what he could do. Every time the man in power, the country blossoming. When a man in power, the country blossoms. We get more fruits. So tell his mouth that to keep himself quiet. You have to know that you have to beat the man. Bless up.
One love.
My view, Andre Donald,
on
what the caller just referred to.
Mm.
Now, there's a set of people in Grenada, the opposition forces, who want to enter into the estate of power, or in the corridors of power by default. They don't want to do the political work. They don't want to do the work to get there. And Dr. Keith Mitchell is the one they fear of most. So they want him come out of the ring for the thing become to them for easier for him to win. That the whole crux of the matter, you know, is to get into power but don't want to do the work. Or do let the Grenadian public know what plans they have. So they keep genuflecting and going wrong in circles and say, blame Dr. Keith Mitchell, blame Dr. Because if he's not there, they believe. They believe that it's easier to win. It is not necessarily so. So they're pushing all this narrative about who should go and who all. But they forget how the book treat with the kind of respect we have to have for our elders. And they keep claiming they're from Christian backgrounds. And to be a Christian is to be Christ-like.
Mm-hmm.
But they do behaving like Christ. What are they doing? And as we hear, I just want to, and I don't want to misquote anything, so I'll go and get the thing. Because in recent days, they have been pushing this narrative about forgiveness. Because they're beating up on Shoma Wells and Michi. And they've been preaching this narrative of forgiveness. But the book, and I quote Matthew 18, 21 and 22. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? And the word became flesh, answered and said, and Jesus answered and said, I say unto thee, until 7 times, but 70 times 7. What he's saying here, forgiveness should not be conditional. Forgiveness shouldn't only be for who you like and who you despise, you don't want to forgive them. So if they're going from a Christian background, they don't do what the book say. And what the ancient of this say in spirit and truth. So if you don't do anything in spirit and truth, you jackass in it. So the book says 70 times 7, and it says choose who you like to forgive. And those you do like, don't forgive them. Then they push in this narrative about a man going to church and confess. You only have to confess to God, the ancient of days.
The book says that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So if you confess in church, that matter entirely for you. That doesn't give you an edge or a forward to be forgiven. If we believe we are a Christian nation and we like to tout ourselves and beat our chest and observe all pagan Christian traditions, we ought to stick to the book. And if we forgive, we forgiving. And if we don't forgive, we don't forgiving. We cannot determine who we forgive and who we don't forgive. Not so forgiveness work. So they saying, oh, a man go and say thing, so we will forgive him. But they don't want to forgive Dr. Keith Mitchell for what they perceive wrong he's done. So they carry the whole thing with him. And so on. And I would say here now, Andre, these people who are beating up and using media platforms to beat up on Dr. Kit Mitchell. Go back and find out the reason why they're speaking so. Some, they didn't make them senator and they get vexed. So they beating up on Dr. Kit Mitchell. He's the worst man, but when they wanted senator, he was a good man. Some wanted to be minister of tourism. And they singing but Mac Isaac win crown before them, so they vex. So they taking this hatred. So everything they're doing is not about love of country. It's our personal thing, what they don't get for themselves. So the people they're trying to lead to hate Dr. Kit Mitchell have to understand these people is for themselves. And what they're doing is about self, is nothing about country.
And you know what? There's a common denominator. For the two persons that you spoke about, the one that wanted to be senator.
Yes.
And the one...
Who are they going to boost and say he's going to be tourism minister? And Mac Isaac win crown before him.
And they gave Mac Isaac the opportunity. Now those two persons have a limited amount of melanin.
Yes.
So again, you see how
class.
You see how the class thing flowing? Especially the one
who wanted to be Minister of Tourism.
Minister of Tourism. Especially that one. Somebody send a message to me, Carl. Let me see.
So Andre Donald, when the cracks are the matter.
You want to hear the message?
Yeah, let me hear the message.
Andre, who wanted to be Minister of Tourism? Hey! Make go and ask them, don't ask me.
So tell them NNP ready like Freddie, not like Eddie.
Real 91.9, 91.5, www.d. You had to explain something, was that it?
Yes. The crux of the matter, NNP ready like Freddie. Not like Eddie. Not men who vex they didn't get Minister of Tourism. And not men who vex they didn't make them a senator.
Yeah.
So they and they loud. But people have to understand they're speaking for themselves. They don't, it's not about Grenada or anything to do with it. It's because they didn't get something.
Dr. Mitchell, my wife really wants you to make me a senator. Well, behave yourself. You think it's so senator come? I'll do.
And they still had the audacity. And I'm waiting for them. Because within 4 years, 7 months and 19 days, they thought they would have be the same GG to him.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't get it to him.
They didn't get it.
So just now you go here.
Yeah.
Why don't you keep yourself quiet? And you're talking about forgiveness, about Christian. And you want to forgiveness with condition. You want to forgive some and don't forgive some. Even when the man was on the cross, he said forgive them. He didn't say forgive. He didn't say forgive some.
Some them all.
That's what you have to reconcile with. And you're trying to beat up on Shoma and thing, but you start off with Shoma and then but you go and you're trying to beat up on the Prime Minister and talk all kind of thing. Unproven what you can prove. And when they prove thing on all that, I vex. If I had to go in right on the put with the Asikuda system, it doesn't matter for people to know. If expiry date rubbing off on goods and people know that and they say that, is nothing you don't going against the person personally. You're speaking out the practice. You don't hate the person, but you don't like the practices they have, and they continue to have those practices. So go in and speak and say you're sorry, and you're still doing the same thing. You don't making sense.
You're sorry and you don't cry.
You're talking about you love the country and you're robbing the country of resources. You don't telling them stop that. You don't tell them that's not a good practice. You saying they like people. How you could like people and giving them things what perhaps could kill them? How you could like people so $100? And anytime you speak about that, you become the problem like Adrian Broner.
Public enemy number one. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
How you guys doing?
Well, you here?
Well, happy Friday to both of you all in the studio, man.
You what?
I say happy Friday to you guys, man.
Same to you, my brother.
Well, I want to ask you a question. And I know if I have it wrong or if I have it right. But normally when you get a little cut or you damage yourself, that you spill blood, you also want to take care of it and get it treated, not so?
Yeah.
Right. And if that doesn't happen, fly is going to get into the wound and it gets infected and then all of a sudden you might just lose a limb or something like that.
You could get gangrene.
Right. So what is happening right now is that is a wound that was left to fester, and wasn't treated, and right now it was at hand. You understand? And more, when these things happen, they will blame the doctor. The doctor ain't do it right. The doctor ain't fix the wound because they go by the doctor late. That's the problem with it. But I've been monitoring the little politics for a while. And I show you guys monitoring the politics even abroad. Jamaica and Dominica and all these places in Barbados. So we might be soon on the path to being a republic, which I accept. But at the same time, I will accept it with caution because some of the times these countries that go to that route cannot sustain themselves at some time. But that's neither here or there. Back to Grenada now. I realize there's a certain trend going on too with radio announcers getting blamed for a lot of things. They start attacking all radio announcers now. Anybody that has, not an agenda, but anybody that talks good about the government, they seem to have a smear campaign. And they seem to be doing an effective job because they figure, well, once they attack these people, their message will get across by their mouthpiece. But what they don't know, that their mouthpiece is not a radio announcer, he's not a radio host. He's a social media presence person. And the thing about social media now, social media does not be forgiven when you make certain statements, when you make certain videos, and you do videos and you put it out there. You cannot take it back. And the receipts are, those videos, we have them. And I will be more than pleased to bombard the party they call NDC page with those videos. Because apparently, when we're talking about decency and transparency and good party, some of them haven't seen these videos. And I will like them to see it. And I sent you all some of them, Mr. Carl and Mr. Donald.
Yes. You believe they don't see it? They're watching it?
No, man. They can't see it. And this idiot is representing their brand and saying we and us and I and all this kind of innuendos. They can't see this video on them and still associating themselves with this guy. I saw a member of their party. As a matter of fact, the chairman of their party sitting in this man's studio painting. Imagine that in it. You're aligning yourself with such nonsense. You're doomed already. You're doomed. You're doomed.
But Antonito, the person of whom you speak was heard boasting and say he organized some cruise.
Man, we know the story.
Hold on. Listen to me. Listen where you're going with it. And the same set of people saying what do see anything and they must in it. So how you tell why you saying they don't see they know. But the powerless, that will show you how weak they are. The powerless to even stop that. So how you go give them country? If one man could do them that, no. Well, when you raise the country in the hand and the man making demands on them, how they could do give him? So persons have to be warned. And what has happened, the radio announcers to whom you speak of is only speaking the truth and letting the public know what is going on. So they're trying to damage the messenger. But the message is still being going out. So they're trying to beat up on all the radio people who trying to let people know here's what is going on. And they sit idly by and allow a man to say in true peon people, call them dog and thing. They don't asking this guy to apologize. But somebody speak off an issue and not even pertaining to the person they believe in. Yeah. When Miss Wells spoke on issue, something that happened to her.
Yeah.
And she said the person, should she forgive that person, but they saw an edge, they're on code red. They know what they're doing.
You know what's right?
So they believe it's them they're talking about, so they get so arrogant.
You know what's rather interesting about this whole scenario? The closet full of nastiness that this certain individual have. It ain't funny in it.
But Antonito, let me tell you something. That particular individual is making no mark on nobody, so it don't make sense. He's just looking for a forward.
No, trust me. He's making mark because let me tell you something. Social media does have a tendency to have a following, and when the following, it can be blind following. Jim Jones had it. The Nexum cult had it. cults have a way of following people blindly. So which I come to my next point.
Antonito, hold on before you go on to your next point. I throw my support behind Carl in that he's not making a mark. He may be deepening the mark on the people's minds that he already has.
You're only preaching
But
to the choir?
he's preaching to the choir. New persons are not buying into this. And you too as an individual, you need to be very careful and say, oh yeah, he's been effective. No. If he's been effective, that means he's affecting you. Correct?
He's not affecting me. No,
Good.
No,
so now you understand. Now you understand what I just said.
Because I have a deeper knowledge of what is taking place.
Good.
You understand? But they may not be people like me that have a deeper knowledge. Because I listen. I listen. And here's the reason why I just say, taking all information as you can, soak it in like a sponge, because what has happened? Here's the reason why I listen to certain programs, so when I'm dispelling what the people saying, they cannot say I'm lying. I have to go back and get a recording and play it for them without it being doctored. Here's the reason why I recorded a whole program yesterday to play for another radio announcer. And you know the radio announcer, he laughed and he gave my name. And he told me to call and clarify, but I couldn't get the time to call because I didn't want to go through that this morning. But you see, what has happened? When you put out this kind of information, like for instance, you would tell me you walk into a phone company and get phone records from anybody in this country just like that. And then, not only that, you're so interested in shaming somebody and proving a point. Why you go and put it on the newspaper and print it out and give it to TV stations? You can't do that. Because the minute you do that, the people will see that you're lying. So you need to have a trump card. The trump card is inside the people for stripping it, and they will continue following you because they feel it, you're telling the truth. But Grenada, we need to understand what's going on. Some people need to understand what's going on. These things will happen around election time. You understand? It will happen. But we need to be mindful and careful of what we soak in. Yeah?
All right.
So, before I leave, another thing I had to talk about, the voters list. I had the opportunity also to be doing some canvassing because we started that in our area. And yes, I believe that the both parties or whoever is running for election need to scrutinize our list because I'm seeing a lot of things on those lists. I think the both sides will see that. I've been seeing people have been dead for a lot of years on the list. I make it about 10 last night. And that was rather strange. I don't know who in the election office is not doing the work. But
No, don't jump on these people. Don't jump on these people. It's you that ain't doing your work. Because what you need to do, because you have spotted these people,
you have to deal with that.
And you know that they are dead, then you deal with it. You draw it to their attention and say, hey, here are 10 persons, these people are dead. Now they will do so and call in
and do their due diligence.
Do their checks. Or you can get a death certificate of the person and bring it come. Right? And say, hey, this is what they will do so and do their double checks. And then they can remove the name from the list. So don't jump on the electoral office like that.
That's why I said.
We have a part to play.
That's why I said, and you need to listen very carefully. When election time come around, that's when we canvass the list.
Yes, no, I understand, but I'm saying
when
to
the list is being canvassed, why we have to wait till election time to canvass the list to see that there's somebody that been dead 5 years ago?
Well, then
that should not be.
Well, blame the political parties. The list is theirs, and they get copies of the addendum time and time again. They get addendum, which means that you add to what is there. So they, meaning the political parties, the constituencies, the polling divisions, they have to scrutinize the list and make sure, as a matter of fact, in any polling division, let us do so and look at St. Patrick West, for example. And let us say we use polling division number 4. The person who is the leader in that polling division for the New National Party, if an individual passed away, immediately that person should be sending information back to the constituency office and say, hey, Jim Jones has passed. So we need to do so and inform the electoral office that Jim Jones has passed, and his name needs to be removed from the list. That is how you know if your party machinery is working. That is how you know. So,
but I find we're taking too long. We wait till the last minute to do these things because
blame the political parties.
Yeah,
don't blame the electoral office. That one is not on them.
Yeah, but I find it was rather telling though. Rather telling.
Yeah, it is telling, but blame the political parties. Anyway,
guys, I'm listening.
One love.
I'm telling you that means when I keep saying we have work to do, and that is part of the work we have to do. Our aim is vigilance ever.
Go ahead.
So, Antonito, you only ball to a certain extent, but having that information, you need to act upon it.
We're going to take a commercial break, friends. We'll be right back.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most: your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandstand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Our senior women's national team continue their CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers campaign, this time against the Cayman Islands on Wednesday, 6th April 2022 at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Kickoff is at 5 p.m. Grab your tickets for just $20 EC from the Grenada Football Association headquarters at Queen's Park. They are limited. COVID protocols will be in effect and all fans must be vaccinated against COVID-19 to enter. Grenada versus the Cayman Islands, CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers, Wednesday, 6th April, 5 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Feel the passion. Let's support our girls.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenville, you come first. Save energy, save a dime, reduce your wattage and reduce your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenville, you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenville, you come first.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Friends, we're going on until 10 o'clock this morning. You may know that, and you know the reason why. It's the cricket. I want to ask you something. Well, no, shut up, Andre. That is why your mic off, so they didn't hear what you're saying. Right. This question for you, Carl. Does a reindeer have brain?
Sure.
Does a reindeer have brain?
Yes. Rudolph had. That's why he went his own way. Andre.
Yes. You trying to figure out why I asked you that question?
No, I just want to
So,
say.
okay, just a clever here is saying the electoral office and ministry responsible for the recording of deaths should have a synchronized register or registry automated, not only for elections, but incarcerations as well. Quarterly death match reports. Well, yeah. I, many years ago, spoke of, Carl, the NIS and the Ministry for Health, under which the births and deaths are recorded officially. And I said that just like in the United States, where we have social security numbers, NIS should develop a numbering system together with these people. Good morning, Pat. And so when you are born, Carl, you're issued with a number.
Yeah.
That number goes with you
until
to pre-primary, to primary, to secondary, to tertiary education, university, wherever you go, until death was passed. So when you go to register now, when you go to register, that is the number you're using to register. That is the number that you'll be known by. When they typed up that number, what should come up is Carl Caton.
Yeah.
And everything in relation to Carl Caton that they are supposed to have. The day you're born, whatever. Now, in that way, when you go to the electoral office, and you go with an ID which says you are Carl Caton.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe a driver's license, maybe a passport, whatever. I do not, and I say this, I do not recommend birth certificates. And I'll come back to that. Why? Passport, driver's license, NIS card, whatever. When you go to the electoral office and you present that, they are now taking just that number, Carl. Because that number is there.
Important. That number tells all.
So when the electoral office takes that number and they punch it in, they realize, okay, fine, we're talking to the authentic person.
Yes.
Why I don't like birth certificates? Okay, somebody would not be able to use Carl Caton's birth certificate. But let's suppose that someone remembers that 20 years ago, a child died when the child was about a year old. There is nothing stopping that person from going into births and deaths and say, I'm looking for my birth certificate.
Yeah.
This is my name.
My parent name.
This is my mother's name, my father's name, whatever. And if they pull it, Carl, and they get that, 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10, they will issue you with a birth certificate,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Because you could go and get a birth certificate for somebody.
For somebody, you could be issued with the birth certificate. Now, once you're issued with that birth certificate, do you know that you can go and register to vote?
Yes.
And if the people, and not even the people in the office, because they don't know everybody.
No.
It's no fault of theirs, you know. It's just how the system is structured. So you walk in and you present the birth certificate. Nobody's asking you any questions.
No. And I'm happy you bring that up, Andre. Because I was listening the guy Tevin speaking about the electoral office and thing. And that scenario, he didn't consider. So they say how he's making it difficult for NDC people.
No.
But a new person, some form of due diligence had to happen.
Has to take
because
place.
it could open the thing for all of that stupidness to happen. And just so you say about certificate. Because people, my father was in America for about 40 years and he wanted one and I go and get it for him.
And you didn't have a problem?
No.
All you had to do was provide his name.
Yes.
And his mother's name.
Yes.
That's all they ask for.
Yes.
And they issue it to you. And they put, if you go to St. John, if you go up here, like you go in St. Patrick's or St. John or St. Mark, wherever, they'll give you one which is not certified.
No.
And then you tell them, okay, fine, you want a certified one. Then they'll tell you, okay, fine, this is what you pay. And you'll probably come back in about a week and collect it. That is how it's done. And they certify it with the seal.
Yes.
So that means it's authentic. With that birth certificate.
They can't stop you from thing.
You could go get registered. You can go get passport.
Yes.
You can do anything.
And you're not the person.
And you are not the person. And that is something that we have to work on.
Yes.
That is something that we have to work on.
I might not be able to do it because of I'm known, but yeah, people who could do it.
Listen, somebody can leave St. Vincent, Carl. They're the closest nation to us.
Yeah.
So somebody can leave St. Vincent and come here and do that. Somebody could leave St. Vincent and come here and do that.
Yeah.
And nobody is the wiser. Nobody is the wiser. You understand? We have to do so And right, that is something that has to be done. And then again, to change a lot of these things can these things be changed at the electoral office just like that? They can just, the staff, they can decide, okay, fine, we change, or they have to go to the Governor General, who's responsible for them anyway.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think it's also a standard operating procedure as you to that. I can't really say of it now what it should be. Because registration is a serious issue. It is a serious issue. Because you have to gather again voter padding and so on and so on. And it could very well mean, if you're not diligent about it, somebody could register in 2 different places using that same thing.
There's nothing stopping you.
No. You have 2 birth certificates, you register, they register here.
No, you can use the same one.
Yeah.
You can use the same one, especially. Let's suppose that there's somebody whose name is Peter Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Thomas knows very well that in St. Mark, there's a Peter Thomas who died.
Yep.
All right? He registers as Peter Thomas in Grenville.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that there's a Peter Thomas in thing who died. He goes there and registers also. And I do not believe that we have a fail-safe system, or because the technology is alive, but I'm not too sure we are using it. And what I mean by that, Carl, the technology in relation to face recognition.
No, I don't think so.
That if you enter, if for say Peter Thomas registers in Grenville, and then Peter Thomas attempts to register in St. John, the picture should be able to do something. Say, hold on, no, we've got a picture like that already.
Once you come up in the system.
Once you go into the system, it is supposed to tell them, hold on, no, we got a picture like that already. And then they can scrutinize and think that could be one of the things that could be used. But the best thing to be used is that number that you are issued with from the time you born. And that is something I'd love this administration, when it returns, to put on the front burner. It would also help with that, how you call it, the health system, Carl? Because that number, yeah, with proper authorization, if you are in the Ministry of Health, you're supposed to be able to type in that number, Carl, and pull up the records of Carl Caton.
Yeah.
Because you have the authority to do it. And you pull up the records and you see, okay, Carl Caton, he was born with X, developed Y, was dealt with for X, Y persisted. All these things, your entire medical history can be in this, you know.
Yeah.
But it is only with persons who have the authorization.
Yeah, you have the authorization, not willy-nilly.
Not willy-nilly. So that a doc, you have what you call an emergency, and you go to the emergency department. You may not be able to talk.
Yeah, but they could pull it up.
But they do so, and you have your ID on you, and they pull up your ID.
What you are allergic to, all kind of thing.
Bah! Carl Caton, everything right there and then. Your whole picture is painted before them. Because your doctor would have been putting in information.
Your blood type, all that.
Your blood type, every single bit of information. That is what Eric Gary would consider the difficult.
Yes.
Which must be done right away. And if you consider it to be impossible, it will just take a little while longer
to do it.
Food for thought. Food for thought for this morning. This thing is supposed to be able to tell you, Carl?
Yeah.
Based on information put in, because when you put in the information, when you get, if you're going to be incarcerated, whether it be mental incarceration, whether it be, how you call it?
At Her Majesty's pleasure.
At her
custodial.
At Her Majesty's pleasure again. Whether it be that, Carl, that information, once you hit those gates, that information is punched in and it stays there.
Definitely.
You know, and the thing, as my good friend Depo says here, we have some young IT people in Grenada who are they're up to the task. These are the things that you have to give them and say, yo, develop this. Develop this.
You have some young IT people. Are Depo say?
Yeah, there's some young IT people here in Grenada who can develop this.
And the new National Party created that environment for these people to be where they are at. And yet still people say nothing has been done. You understand what I'm saying?
And Depo is not here, but he's saying that they're experts here, young IT experts. We have them here.
And
they can write these programs.
And the new National Party created the enabling
environment. Speak the word. The enabling environment, not just enabling it. Speak the word environment. Long it out.
The environs.
Yeah.
And yet still, some of the audacity to say nothing has been done. The facts doesn't bear it out. And when we speak those facts here, they try to demonize us, the messengers, as saying we're singing for we supper, but we only speaking the truth.
But nobody else could sing for my supper car. Look, in the mornings, most times when you're together, we get something to eat, don't we?
Yeah. Yes.
We get something to eat. Great, right?
Definitely.
Do we eat the same thing?
Not all the time.
There you go. So I can't sing for your supper?
Nope.
You understand? You can't sing for my supper.
Nah.
Because if you sing
Don't
for my
take
supper,
that chance.
if you sing for my supper, what you get to eat, you're going to have to eat, you know?
Yeah.
No. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andrew Donald, and good morning to Mr. Kidd.
Speak up, please, Mr. Bridgman. This scared one.
Yeah.
This scared one.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, Mr. Fred.
Right. Something that you say in the is just happened in reality already, you know. You know, in Goa right now, you have Peter Thomas, and I'm sure the telephone book has seen more than one Peter Thomas. Listen, Peter Thomas is from St. Andrews, but living in St. John's a lot of years. So you see, it could be complicated. But I think his second name or his middle name is Olson, Peter Olson Thomas. And something so happened to me. My name was listed as Clifford Cecil Bridgman. And some time ago on my telephone book, I saw a Cecil Bridgman. So they, without asking me anything, they start putting me on the telephone book as Clifford C. Bridgman. But it was registered, when I gave it was registered as Clifford Cecil Bridgman. But somewhere along the line, some other person named from St. George away is called Cecil Bridgman. But I don't know if anybody else named as is called Clifford. Right? So these things with names, I totally support you that there should be some other way, like the numbers or something to tag the person, because a lot of people, even last night I heard Jenny Rapier and the narrative saying about they know of name that was transferred from one polling station to the other and whatnot, and they check over 70 something names, they said in last election, and that was some cause of concern, you know. But I think again that people don't go and look for the name. Personally, I know I've never went and look for my name on a voter's list yet. People tell me, okay, I see your name. I've never looked for my name. So if they take out my name on the voting list now, I would not be aware until somebody tells me, because I never went and looked for it.
What if nobody tells you? What if you turn up election day and your name is not there?
Yeah, I realize it's not the...
We had this conversation before. We had this conversation before. You need to go and check for yourself.
I just tell you that, just negligent in me, I never do it. But I always get to know, before election thing, somebody will tell me there's my name there and whatnot. But I have never made that check, you know. So there's a lot of things that we're slacking in. And we have to understand, accept that. A lot of things that we're slacking in, and we don't think. I just take it in confidence that my name is there and they won't remove it. But names happen to remove. You hear people say the names remove. You know, it's not that. I don't think anybody in the electoral office is deliberately going to remove people's names. And they suppose, based on what I heard from the supervisor of election, not the supervisor, but the manager or the gentleman, is that every periodically time, so the births and deaths give them names of persons that should be removed. But you can't guarantee that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you cannot guarantee that.
All right, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Fred.
That will never be.
Yeah, Mr. Fred.
Oh, no, that will never be.
Mr. Fred.
I could speak to any crowd, every crowd, anytime.
But first you're afraid to sit down by Carl Kitten because he big, you know, he go barry you. First you're afraid.
Carl Kitten, well, I'm sitting by Carl Kitten. I wasn't aware.
That's not so because he big, so he barring everything, so you're
no,
not
I
aware
didn't know who was sitting by until you come
right,
and but I had a belief. I said that one day that man is not Carl Kitten.
Yeah, but he's so big and imposing, nobody could see you. That's what happened. Goodbye, Cliff.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Real 91. Somebody said, oh, that's why they do fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yo. I tell you this. Fingerprints is not a foolproof thing in a car. You've had experiences with that, haven't you? With fingerprints. Is it a foolproof system? Or it can be beat?
Well, it could be, everything could be beat.
Photographs.
My thing about it is, Andre, we have to strive to get to a place where we have most of the bases covered. Because people always find ways of trying to beat things. And it is not far-fetched to think people would try to do it.
But there are people who are born, Carl. And we're talking fingerprints here. But there are people who are born without fingers.
Yeah.
So what do? You can make a special insertion for them. If you do the number thing, you ain't having that problem.
Nah.
I understand the fingerprinting. Okay, yeah, fine. Fingerprints. But and somebody saying, oh, one person cannot be registered in two places with the present system. Okay. I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that. It does not mean that you're correct, but I'm willing to take that. But I'd love for them to show me how that is possible. How it is possible that the system is not possible to beat. How is it possible? .91.9, 91.5, www.
Because what one must understand is man not making the system.
That's the last time I checked. Yeah, it was. It's men that were making that system. Somebody asking how is life in Grenada? Come and see. Are you asking me how is life in Grenada? 405-2318. You're calling me. I can't take your call right now. If it's put, you need to do so and holler the radio station number. 4420175. That will give you a WhatsApp. 4420175. That could also give you straight line. Oh, and by the way, Carl, that is those numbers I gave you is basically for on air.
Yeah.
Off air, if you want to get in contact with the station, I think it was put in just yesterday. They have a WhatsApp number, 4420975. That is now a WhatsApp number also.
Okay.
So the two landlines, those two lines are also WhatsApp numbers.
Oh, good.
So you can, if you're trying to reach me and like most of the times you don't have credit, then you can call 442-0975 as a WhatsApp number, and you more than likely may be able to get me. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning, sir.
If you can hear me probably, I'm not monitoring you on the radio. I'm in the field.
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. So, morning, Mr. Caton.
Morning to you. Morning to you.
Mr. Donald, I'm not responding to local politics this morning, but I have a concern, Mr. Donald. Concerning the water to gathering, is that we normally go a trade at the National Stadium, I heard that the authority are saying that they are only catering for the vendors under the tent. But there's a normally a fair amount of vendors who have their vehicle and right in the tent, right at the stadium there. And there's no way that the tent could accommodate all the vendors. According to one vendor who called me yesterday, and she said, and the vendor said, he said, that he went to the one of the police, one of the high police command in the stadium, and he said that there is nothing he could do. It's the Ministry of Sports and the Ministry of Tourism that's in charge. He said, I know that what I went through and other farmers went through during the time of the 2007 World Cup. We normally used to be selling right close to the fish market. And the Saturday morning when we went there to go trading, what we met, there was a big tent with police officers there. And all they said to us that we cannot sell here today. He said, that day I end up selling close to fish and chick on the roundabout in Grenada. So I just hope that we are not going to go to that same fate again tomorrow, please, God, said on us. I just hope that the authority will provide some sort of space for, it's a small, it's a small space for we the vendors who operate off the vehicle and under the tent, Mr. Donald. So I just allotting you that what the situation might be tomorrow, which I hope it's not. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Primus. That's a very important issue that you've raised there. Yeah. And I hope, as a matter of fact, I'm sending a message to someone right now, Primus, who I believe may be in a position to help. Hold on, people. I'm coming. I'm just typing something. What's the word? National Stadium?
Yeah.
All right. So I sent a message there.
You hope to get a response?
Yeah. The person who was trying to reach us, 4420175. That's open now. That's straight. You can call if you want to talk. On air, that is. All right. So. Oh, I see the person is trying to respond already. That person is, you know who that is, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be business as usual.
I tell you, it's not business as usual. Okay. Okay, good. So the person is working on it right now.
Definitely.
Business as usual, Regine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That Regine hot. Yeah, man. That's gas.
But the futurity is in his hands.
The future bright, eh?
Yes.
The future bright.
And the good thing it is on that brethren side, eh?
Not like me and you.
Nah.
Good morning, David Charles. How you doing?
Yes, Andre Donald.
Talk me.
The whole narrative that the Right Honorable Dr. Kit Mitchell is an old man. He's been around long. So I hope with the little time we have today, if we could speak of, because that seems to be a topical issue for the cynics and the naysayers. And the involvement in the political process in Grenada.
You have someone down line. Let's take the call. Good morning.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, drop it, lost it. Let's go.
And the political process he has been involved in Grenada from 84 up to presently.
Someone again, presently. Good morning. Wow. Turn down the volume of your radio and then we good.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Baker, turn down the volume of the radio if that's you.
No, what I'm telling you, you tell everybody who I'm tired.
What?
The message you said. And what you inculcating to everybody know who you send the message for already?
You know.
You know, not everybody. You'll be yourself.
Oh man, I know everybody know. Everybody know.
Yeah, I didn't say anything, Carl Kit not say anything for himself.
That the kind of confidence we have. That the kind of confidence we have in the man.
You know, let Andrew talk, but Andrew talk, everybody know.
Well, I'm not ashamed.
I never say you're ashamed, you know, because you was one of them.
So you come to clarify it even further, Vika. Not business. So when they speak all kind of nonsense, we debunking the theory that they have. This person what they salt and they go get things done.
Carl,
Hey.
every time and you say something, you might have to think. But as you answer, we know who.
I want the people to know.
So the man letting the cat out of the bag then?
That's what he's doing.
Baker, good morning to you. Thanks for the call, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That the kind of confidence I have in the man, Andre. So I am not ashamed or I'm not fearful of touting him because I know you go produce the goods. You come up with the goods. Yeah, so, and I want you to help me along here, Andre, because you keep telling people you're in tongue long. Every time I make a particular pronouncement, you bring me to the fact that you've been in tongue very long. Now, since 84, Dr. Kit Mitchell has been involved in the politics of this country.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
84, he was in governance. Then he took a break, 90 to 95, then he returned 95 to 2008, took a break, 47, 19, and he came back in 13 to now. And let me try to look at the landscape of Grenada from 84 to now. In terms of education, and one of the caller tell you, Depo, speak of the IT people. What was the situation then as it relates to IT and now? I want you to join in. I don't want you to lean back. I want us to interact here. We're having a conversation.
I thought you were going into a monologue.
No. In terms of, we under the umbrella of education here now, and let's deal with IT. The internet. The progression from then to now, because people have this thing they are wrong long and nothing happen. But I'm just trying to put it into perspective. Just how they say it's been there 30 years, I want us to take Grenada from 30 years ago to now. Because they say he involved, so yes, I agree he involved. But I want to bring it to bear the advancement made in 30 years. Well, so those who say nothing no happen, I just want to bring it out. Because on this radio here, what we deal with facts.
Okay, so if I was to say anything to add to your value, to what you said,
yes,
I would start on the ground.
Yes.
And by on the ground, I mean I will start with our roads.
Yes.
30 years ago.
No, let me leave infrastructure.
No, you see.
No, go on. All right, okay, let's go.
Okay. Honestly, I yield because it's your thing, so I yield.
No,
you go on.
We have this thing of moving on the fly, so
you go on. I'm cool. You go on.
Now, in terms of, I just bring it to bear because Depo said we have a lot of persons in IT capable, competent.
What we had as IT before, which a lot of people didn't know, but Depo would know, was a place called Key Universal.
Yeah.
And Key Universal is something like how you call it? But we have one in Simone, we have one like Clay Harbor there.
Yeah.
It was almost something like that, but it dealt with a lot of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a coding system.
Yeah.
That is what we knew. Or a lot of us didn't even know that it was a kind of an internet thing way back then in the 70s. Right? Because it was functioning then. And we have now moved to internet. To quote it from a gentleman one time, internet de lap and cut all on kukuch.
Yeah, so all right, we on the internet now, so
because that's where you were.
The product, how we move from having dial-up and so on. So one has to agree that the situation of internet has grown by leaps and bounds. And Dr. Keith Mitchell has been in administration, as you say, to enable the environment for that growth. So to say nothing has been done under his watch, the internet disproves that.
Yeah, definitely.
Hands down. And you might not like because I'm saying that of Dr. Keith Mitchell, but you can't argue with that. Cell phones. Where it was to where it is now.
Where it was not. I remember back in what? Would have been the 80s. Was I in GBN at that time? Yes, I went into GBN around about 89 thereabouts. Somewhere around the 88, 89 I went into GBN. But hear this. I remember going to Victoria Park in Grenville. And that's where I got the
honorary?
Yeah, the honorary thing. Give me thing now. Mine's it again.
Honorary police?
Yeah. No, Cooperative of police.
Yeah.
And I was given a phone by Troy Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, if you need to contact the station, use this. It was a cell phone. It's a thing big as I am. But your boy was like in Grenville walking with this thing.
Like a soup, yeah. Like a soup.
Nah.
Is it bigger than the blue soup?
What do you mean? Carl, this thing was about this length, you know.
Yeah.
Let me show the people what length I'm talking about. I'm going to show the people that. Yeah. Carl, this thing is about this length. And it was big. It was white in color, cream white in color. But it was a cell phone. You could make the calls. It was heavy as lead. Today, people would not want to be seen walking around with one of these things. But look at where we are today.
Yes.
Do you understand? Look at where we are at today. Under the stewardship of
Dr. Kit Mitchell. Let me look at Nawasa water. The situation, pipe-borne water in areas where it was 30 years ago to now. Now, I'm speaking of those things for you to understand because the whole narrative is being peddled.
Mm-hmm.
That Dr. Kit Mitchell, they are wrong long and nothing happened. But I think they could see. It's not things I'm making up and they go say, oh, maybe for that person or that person. Everybody. The greater good for the greater number in terms of cell phone, internet, water, travel between Grenada and Carriacou, Osprey and others. There is an improvement. Travel in terms of less congestion on the roads, in terms of bus terminus and so on.
Let me just say this, and to those who are calling me on WhatsApp and so on my personal phone, you'd have to restrict those calls to times that I'm off the air. If I'm on air and I do not know the number, even if you know my number, which is 457-6188, and you call me and I don't know your number, I'm not going to answer you. If I'm on the air here and Carl is calling me on WhatsApp, he's not here and he's calling me on WhatsApp, I'm going to answer Carl Caton because I know it is Carl Caton. Yeah? So don't just come with your birth certificate. Tell me that.
Yes, Andre.
Yeah.
Look at it. We have St. George's Grenville Sortes. Is not that an improvement? So you could look at those things and say nothing has been done. Look at cricket facility right now. The athletic stadium.
The first international match I knew at Queen's Park would have been in '83. West Indies versus India.
Yeah.
One day international.
Yeah.
Venkatarakavan was a player.
Yeah.
That's the first international match I knew at
Dolip Vensaka.
yeah, but not at Queen's Park.
And
yes, there were other games. Windward's playing Barbados and other games took place at the Queen's Park. And the conditions were okay. But the conditions, they weren't at the standard where you could have garnered international games,
Yes.
West Indies versus a New Zealand or Australia or whatever.
And you could recall, he had one of the games, I think intercall game, one of the bleachers fell. Remember that?
Didn't feel we just shake it down.
Okay. And if you check the stadium and facilities, but it don't stop only at the stadium, Andre. Let me speak out near here. Rosehill lighted, Monktrich lighted, Shantimel, River Sally, Hermitage. That's just my place here. 4. the facilities and the improvement in the facilities. And he being an integral part in creating that environment, as you say.
I want to give you something.
Tell me.
Something that is so alarming because you're speaking about a little bit about infrastructure. You've gone there.
Yeah.
I remember when I just started to work at GBN. And
You started to work at GBC.
Yeah, GBC. Sorry. And there were mornings when I had the time. So Carl, I used to go to Bathway.
Yeah.
So have a swim and then, come back and prepare to go to work. And the very first vendor I knew at Bathway was the lady, Andre's mother. What's her name?
I don't know. Sylvia.
Miss Sylvia Sporring or whatever.
Your wife.
Right. Miss Sylvia. She was the very first person I knew there. Today she's no longer vending down there.
No.
Right? But today when you look at Bathway and you look at all the booths that are lined up there, about 4 or 5 of them, plus there's a private one lower down that way, and another private one higher up that way, the blue one.
Yes.
Right. No, that Keith Mitchell didn't come and nail the board and fix the galvanize and cut a ridge in it. He didn't come and do that.
But he enabled it.
But he enabled because of the stability
of this country under his watch.
People, and as a matter of fact, yes, he did come and nail the board because these boots were built by government.
Yeah, as they say, the taxpayers' funds.
So yes, so he caused that to happen.
And other markets, the development of other markets for things.
You know something that is interesting, eh? When the people who own the whole estate, the whole Bathway thing.
Kent?
I don't remember the people.
Yeah.
But the people who owned it, they struck a deal for whatever reason. They struck a deal with government. And government is supposed to do something, go in and take a portion, identify the portion that they wanted so that they could create parking space, refreshment halls, all sorts of things that they could create. There was not a limit to how much they can take.
Yeah.
There's no limit. Well, there was a limit, but understandably, they could have taken a good portion. It was not a limit in terms of where you're going to take it. Government went in, and the little piece where the booths are and where the amphitheater is, that is all government took at that particular point and time. Who was the Minister of Tourism? Who was the minister responsible for that? I want people to do some research, and they'll find out who the minister was, who was responsible for identifying and saying, okay, fine, this is what we're going to work with. Find out who that minister was. I'm not going to say it. I want you to at least go and research and find something out and come back and tell me. And it will show you the limitations in terms of the vision of that individual. Because today, when you look at it now, you realize, God damn it, we could have had, meaning we as a state could have had prime lands and doing serious things right there on the beach. Now we can't. Other people are
That's how little the heritage of Grenada is.
Yeah, and
because all heritage match there on it.
Yeah, and we go in and
Baker, all heritage match there on it, Baker.
Yeah. So
you see how I like to simplify it.
Yeah.
All heritage match there on it, Baker. Yeah, then we go police stations and the upgrading.
Well, I must say first and foremost, I ain't gonna upgrade.
We don't get upgrade here, but South St. George, they was up in some little barrack places and so on. Union, you happen around here, Union police station?
I ain't get here. I say I ain't get here. How much is Gallagher development? But I ain't get here.
If
You ain't thinking it me out.
no, your time will come.
Why ain't get here?
Maybe other places were more urgent than yours.
No, I want here.
Well, it's always good to want. But the timing
we need it here.
Yes, we're working on that. That is being worked up on.
Okay. We have a caller, you want it?
And with my friend at the helm, that will be worked on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me what is now happening at Progress Park?
At Progress Park?
Yeah.
There is some construction taking place to what I would consider to be the northeastern, or is that northeast?
North,
but anyway, north. On the northern end there, that if you're entering say Grenville per se from the bridge, on the left hand side there, right there, there's some construction taking place. It's gonna be some wooden structures which will be where the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School will be housed as construction gets ready to start for a new school at the said location in the town.
Thank you very much.
All right?
Thank you.
All right, great. We got another caller here. Good morning. Hold on there. Let me set you up properly. I'll find your thing in there. Right. You there? What are you laughing at, Ann?
I want to sing this song for Carl.
Oh, you want to sing a song for Carl?
Now calling. Yes.
Go ahead.
Now I'm calling. You just said answering. Answer the telephone. Remember the song?
That sound like Zing. That sound like Zingo.
That touch screen.
Hello?
Yes, from then to now we are touch screen.
You are touch screen now, so yeah, it's not soap phone
Right,
again.
so you see how far we come?
Yeah.
We come a long way.
We come a long way.
And the other comment I had to make is Mr. Donald, that ad for NMP is wow me. Song real refreshing, man. Let it go.
All right, I hear you. Well, they had to pay for it to go. You know, the ad was when you listening, I'll explain to you how the ad came about. So I'll tell you, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right,
and
then.
Jack will say good morning.
All right, tell him morning for me.
Yeah, I do.
All right, morning, brethren. Remember, you had to bring some oil when you're coming. Eh?
Yes. Call, man. I can't, if you even do it and see me online, I'm listening. I can't not listen. I can't go one day without you, make it. Hurry up and come on Sunday.
All right.
Yes.
Take care.
All right.
All right, good. Carl, you're supposed to explain about the ad. What you and I played it for you. Remember? The NNP ad, remember I played it for you and I asked you to criticize? You didn't criticize?
No, I didn't critique. I tell you, the ad makes me feel already like Freddie, not like Eddie.
No, that was another conversation we had when you used that.
I meant the ad make me realize we ready like Freddie. Because what the ad saying in its truth, NNP have been tried, tested, and delivered. And
So the ad came about because we, of course, with the cricket, which, as I always say to folks, cost a pretty penny.
Yeah.
To purchase, because you have to purchase the rights to it. And one of the persons that the organization that we reached out to was the New National Party, and they said yes. And then we were like, hey, the ad, and finally they came on and say, hey, we're sending you a theme.
Mm-hmm.
They sent a team to management and said, can you write something around that? And we did.
Wow.
We did. And the Vondel, that's Dougal, he developed, he put it together, constructed it. With the music, it was his choice of music, effects and everything inside of it. It was his choice. And he came the next morning and he says, here you go.
Let it go.
Yeah, here you go. And people seem to love it, based on Jack Bay and Rodney and so on. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I love the ad. I love the ad too.
Oh, you love it too?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's sweet. It's sweet,
okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
And another thing that for me, boy, in them days I was a opposer of Mitchell. And for me, what make him kick out too is that electrification program.
Mm-hmm.
When a man put electricity, people all over Grenada. Because I was on that program and I joke telephone post all up in Highwood and Allen Bush and thing.
You drag it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We dragging it.
Yeah.
We dragging the pole.
Mm-hmm.
I leave the work and go in England, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I leave the work and go in England. Yeah, man. So yeah. You already hear me talking about that man. I used to oppose that man bad. We call him CIA alternative. And I become one of the man top spokesman. I know I love the man. The man love people. The man love people and Grenada. I know that well, eventually NBC they can't touch NMT. They say they have a new party. Really. And new people, they have to change the name. They have to change the name because you can't be getting leaks all the time to say, and you tell people no, your first bro and you have the same name. That won't work. You're getting too much leaks another name, so they have to change the name if they want to make a little impact.
What you mean, NDC?
Yeah.
Have a nice one. Take care, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
6 minutes it is after the 9 o'clock car. Maxine Belfon wants to know if we're bringing cricket today. Maxine, once Real FM starts with a game, it'll take rain, thunder, lightning, storm, disaster for us to stop. No? Yeah, we're bringing the game today, Maxine. Definitely.
And that caller before there, I didn't even get to electricity yet. And I paused on electricity just to no. And let me look at electricity in Grenada in its whole context. The rural electrification project, as the caller mentioned. Then 1990 came. And you know what happened in 1990 with electricity? The company was given away. Take any call?
Yeah, take the call. So WhatsApp call. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. This is Tennessee here.
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm doing fine, sir.
All right.
I'm doing fine.
Nice.
I'm doing fine. You know, something I just want to bring up so that Grenadians would know that last year during the COVID-19, the National Weather usually do a travel guide for the United States. And the only island in the Caribbean that was mentioned to be safe was Grenada for Americans to travel to during the height of the COVID. And the reason why I bring it up is because of the great job Dr. Keith Mitchell has done with COVID-19. And I want to give him props because he's one of the only Caribbean leaders that handle it with the stability and the care for the people of Grenada. A lot of people come on Facebook and start a lot of garbage and say a lot of stuff, but I don't believe the hype. People like Alban, I don't know who this guy is. I think he's out of London or somewhere, and he's so negative that I can't even. Matter of fact, I blocked him from my Facebook. But one of the things that I wanted to say to you too also is that keep up the good news and keep up the good work, because people in Grenada need to know the history. The young people of Grenada doesn't really know the history of Grenada, and I'm old enough to know a little bit of it. But you guys are doing a great job together, sending that history out there so that the young people would know where Grenada came from and what the accomplishment that they have achieved. People didn't know. When I first came to America, people didn't know what Grenada was. But because of Dr. Keith Mitchell now, you go anywhere, and I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and people can tell you, oh yeah, I know where Grenada is. I heard about it on the radio, on the TV, and I've been there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to say keep up the good works, man. And thank you for taking my call this morning.
No problem. Nashville,
Have a good one.
Tennessee. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you go?
Yes, sir.
Can you go to a country and western club tonight or a pub tonight and have one on me?
I can do that.
All right.
Definitely.
Take care of yourself, brother.
All right, sir. Have a good one.
You too. Take care now. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Carl Kate, and you would say, normally, Carl, I can tell you what you will say after something like this.
Tell me.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Tennessee
Andre
was.
Donald. But that's a refreshing call.
But Dre, and there lies the crux of the matter.
Another call, let's take it and then go back to the crux of the matter. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Good morning, Brother Andrew. Good morning, Brother Carl.
Tell us.
Yeah, Brother Carl, I wanted the Grenada people to understand NMP was never in office in 2008 to 2013 when the country was standstill. Nothing was going on. I remember on that time, you had the boss men, the choke men, alliance competing for the road work with the people that the home was not working and the government is reach out and give them the road work to do. Then when you pass on the other side, you put it empty, you could have play cricket there for the whole day because there is nothing going on. Alright? So I could say, yeah, go on. So I could say right now, Grenada is on the move and we're going forward and nothing will stop us.
Alright.
However, we have to continue, we have to do our work, make sure we...
Hello?
Alright, okay.
Okay, good. It's real, it's 91. The crux of the matter.
The crux of the matter is people know and recognize how it is that Grenada is being talked about. And in large part to the leadership of Dr. Kit Mitchell. But like you mentioned this morning, the melanin,
but
they don't want to give him his recognition.
yeah, that melanin thing, but
However, the people know. And we was on electricity. And 1990 to 95, the thing was given away. It was sold for nothing and still money was given back to people who made profit from day one. And then the same set of people who make noise about the cost of electricity knew that the present leader of the National Democratic Congress was part of the company who was blocking the same Prime Minister, Dr. Kit Mitchell, when he tried to regulate and bring down the cost of electricity. And until we get it back, then we could have do it. So we see who care about the people.
So, where's the highest point that electricity is available in Grenada?
Highest point? I don't know, we go up in Blaze and you have.
No, honestly, where's the highest point you believe? Call where you think is the highest point.
Kubla, I guess. Where's the highest point?
I'm going to ask you a dumb question, eh?
No question is dumb.
Yeah, this one is dumb. I know it's dumb. That's what I'm telling you. Is Kubla higher than Monson Catching?
No.
That's a dumb question, isn't it?
No.
All right. Power. Grenville's power is used on a daily basis at Monson Catching.
Yeah.
By WFM.
Wow.
So, it is correct to say, from the shores of the sea, yeah, to the tippy top of the highest point, Keith Mitchell has caused electricity to be there.
From the crown of the head to the sole of the feet.
If you want to put it that way.
No.
Literally,
Literally, not
Catherine
a joke
is
thing.
the highest point, and WFM operates from outer Catherine, their transmitter.
But they can't argue with that.
And that is something you cannot argue with. To the shore, to the seashore. So from Catherine to the seashore in Pearls, there's power.
Yeah. And the caller brought something to bear, Andre. And we on the Xtension, known for giving truthful and factual information. I didn't even recognize that particular discussion is also important and is one we have to do again, Dre. The mere fact that the caller said there, because the whole issue now about the election is to woo the young people, the youth as we say. So we need to let them know, we need to remind them of that energy. We need to take them the next extension. We need to take them on a journey from 30 years ago to now and explain to them who paved the road to put them where they are at now.
No.
Let me hear.
Who resurfaced the road and continues
to maintain.
Proper resurfacing was done.
Yes.
And maintenance of that road continues to today.
Yes, we need we need to have a conversation with them. We need to reason and come to the conclusion
as you would
of
say,
the matter.
Comfy with talk, man.
Yeah, man. Comfy with it.
I hear that. I know that was coming. Hey, we're gonna take a commercial break, Carl, and I think we Real FM is gonna kind of stop. I'm not supposed to be playing this ad now, but because of the quality of the ad, come on, that production is done by Dougal. Do we know? Yeah, we know that we can. It's just that we don't run about doing it. But this one seems to be a kind of a road march call to the people. You think?
Yes.
All right. This is Real. Stay with us. Commercial break. We'll be back.
Beyond the move and ain't nobody could stop us now.
Who has been tried?
NNP.
Who has been tested?
NNP.
Who has delivered?
NNP.
The new national party, tried, tested, and delivering. The party with you in mind at all times. A party that continues to provide for the people of Grenada. With systems that have been tried. With metal that has been tested. You have a party which is continuing to deliver.
Grenada's best choice. Tried, tested, and delivering. The NNP.
Good day, Mr. James. I'm just here looking at Grenlec's new mobile app.
Sounds great. Can I use it to check my bill balance?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Enter your account number and Grenlec access number, and that's it. You can now check your balance, track your usage, receive outage alerts, and get updates from Grenlec in real time. You can even use the app to report a power outage or a fault with a pole or street light. Add as many accounts as you want. Track your business account, apartment rentals, and Granny's account, all in one convenient place.
Thanks, Susan. I'll be telling everyone I know about Grenlec's new app.
The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Our senior women's national team continue their CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers campaign, this time against the Cayman Islands on Wednesday, 6th April 2022 at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Kickoff is at 5 p.m. Grab your tickets for just $20 EC from the Grenada Football Association headquarters at Queen's Park. They are limited. COVID protocols will be in effect and all fans must be vaccinated against COVID-19 to enter. Grenada versus the Cayman Islands, CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers, Wednesday, 6th April, 5 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Feel the passion. Let's support our girls.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive. Color by Sissy. Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color. Color by Sissy. Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression. Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The Grenada Development Bank is offering 100% financing on all of our education loans and low interest rates, the type of loan that makes you want to sing. Money for your books, your tuition, or your travel expenses, for your room and board, study home or abroad. You've got a job, you're in school, we got something for you. Be sure to ask about a special student loans too. It's that simple. Make the Grenada Development Bank your choice. Come see us on Melville Street, St. George's today. Terms and conditions apply. Making dreams a reality here at GDP. GDP, development through financing.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy Man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Are you careful? Huh?
Careful is my watchword.
Careful is your watchword. All right. Let me see if there's anything new on my phone.
I'm so careful, Andre Donald, that my lawyer is on his side waiting for when they're ready to do their thing. That's how careful I am.
You have a lawyer?
In the silly season.
You a lawyer?
Yes.
Mm.
Because I am entitled to defend myself with what means is available to me. Because I know they go come.
Do you remember me shouting out a person called Tante?
Yeah.
Tante's back from New York.
Yes.
Yeah, LL just sent me a message and said, boy, Tante come back. Tante!
Yeah.
And that if Tante bring her to Nike for me, right? How you feel?
Yeah. She must bring something, man.
Carl, every time I think about certain people, I remember the statement made by Mr. T. I pity the fool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I pity those fools. I pity them, really and truly. But let's talk a bit about the cricket, Carl. What's up?
Well, we were sitting at a marvelous day yesterday.
Go on.
They bowl well.
Mm-hmm.
For first time in the series, I already felt they had a plan of how they go about things. Because they started up with Roach and the Trini. And then they brought in the guy. Mayers, because Mayers has a knack for picking up big wickets. Not only ordinary wickets, big wickets.
Yeah, golden
arm like Wavell Hines. Jimmy Adams in time.
They can't bowl to save their life,
Nah,
but put them on
they go
and
out
they
somebody.
just out somebody.
And then when they brought in Joseph.
Why did they hold him back? Because he's the fastest lot.
Yes, that I tell you, I think they went into it with a plan. And when they came back after lunch, you could see that whatever they did was well thought of deliberately. They bowled Johnny. They bowled to Johnny too short in the other two tests. And Johnny liked to play cross.
Like a pull.
Yeah, and cut and thing.
Cross-batted shot and
so you could see they went in, he had some
They
planning.
brought the ball up fuller.
Joe Root, foot stump, all in innings.
Mm-hmm.
He liked to feel for it. So they had some planning going into it, which I think. Some persons, trying to speak of. But one also recognize that the whole maxim of cricket, test cricket in particular, is a game of glorious uncertainties. And
Shifting fortunes.
And then you don't expect a team, to always just roll over and die. But it speaks to what I told you earlier on in the series when we had a discussion. I tell you, my fear for both teams, the batting could be, on any given day, they could roll over just like that. England made 500 last time. They roll over.
Yeah, they beat.
So I think West Indies going into today would concentrate on occupying the wicket for a long time. But 120, 150 overs. That would put them in the region of close to 400 runs. And then the pressure would be on England in the second inning. The wicket in Queen's Park usually hold up, so I don't see no big no deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
But scoreboard pressure is always a factor in cricket. You try to put England 200, 220, 250 behind, and the scoreboard pressure will take toll on them. So West Indies are in front in this game.
You believe that they're in front now?
Yeah, and the wicket will play at its best today in terms of coming onto the bat to enable stroke play and so on. So West Indies, I wonder why they send them into bat, but then looking at it, maybe that was considered. And the wicket being, or should be at its best today. Usually on the second day, a proper wicket be at its best. The ball comes on, bounce and everything. So
and it looks that the wicket has pretty neat bounce. Because I spoke to Andrew Mason last night. I had to call him and he's like, wow, y'all get it. I said, no, we ain't just get it. We just show that you be agents, you know, not now prepared wicket. He laughed. He said, but the wicket at the stadium, it's looking good and the ball is coming through. It's playing well.
Yeah, we have to look, that kind of wicket, Ben Stokes could be a handful on a wicket like that,
Because the ball is coming through to him.
Yeah, and he does get it to do a little bit. More inward, but he does get it to do a little bit. And he usually bowl wide at the crease, so once he straightens, it could have in a bit
But
of
you
a-
just have to do so, and if he's doing that, then what you have to do is to play the ball before it drops.
Yeah, play it on the merit.
Play it on the merit.
You might have to take your bat outside the crease.
Yeah,
to
a little
negate
half
the
step
length.
outside of the crease and then
negate
play.
the length and so forth. But West Indies is in a good position to force the initiative. But I don't want them to go on and bat laissez-faire and think that the other one ain't going to do it. The batting is strengthened a bit with the inclusion of Kyle.
He bats at what, number 5, is it?
But I think he might bat around 7.
After Holder?
Yeah. Technically, Holder is one of the better batsmen on the team.
I believe that he should be batting at number 4 or 5.
Yeah, technically.
He should be batting at 6.
He's
I
one
think
of the
he's batting
better
too
batsmen
low.
on the team. The guy go come good today too, man. The vice captain, what in him?
Not Blackwood.
Blackwood? Yeah. And the guy who century in the first game too, he seems to be in touch.
Campbell?
Nah, Campbell too loose. He don't select the right balls to go after. He's a stroke player, but his shot selection is his problem.
So he's very poor there.
Yeah, because ball of great merit does not him. Ordinary deliveries he gets himself out with. And I think what the watchword is to occupy the crease. You only could score runs when you're in the wicket. Don't try to, you're not no Brian Lara, no Viv Richards, so don't try to prove that. Be you. Play within your strengths. As the captain has shown, despite what you say, you respect the good balls. When the bad balls come, you put it away. And it's only the second day, so you're not behind or whatsoever it is. So looking forward to West Indies continue their performance. But one thing, sometimes cricket has momentum, pendulum swings, and the last pair in England did well. So I want West Indies to let England have the momentum with what happened. Because cricket is about momentum. Feel good. But West Indies did well yesterday.
Overall, they did well.
Yeah.
All right. See if you could interpret this for me, please.
Yeah.
I think the NNP done a good job, full stop. I believe they can do much more with good opposition, full stop. When you are in office is different from when you are not in office, full stop. The experience is different when you are in the driver's seat and when you are not, full stop. You understand that?
Uneasy lies the head that wear the crown. When you're in opposition, you could say anything. Okay, that will prove nothing. Yes, I would subscribe that in a democracy, you need sensible opposition to keep the party in power honest. But in a democracy, you don't need people only to oppose. And in the context of Grenada, we have persons only to oppose. Case in point, the referendum came. In the referendum, there were term limits and fixed date for election. The opposers, not no opposition, the opposers oppose and vote no. And have the gall to speak and say election should be a fixed date and it should have term limit for Prime Minister when that was afforded, not one time. To say one time, well, oh, they had 2 bites at the cherry. But because of the mindset only to oppose. So you don't need that kind of opposers. You need constructive opposition who would oppose and at the same time offer solutions to issues. Not when the union leaders decide to go and walk the road, walking behind them.
You have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. Andrew.
Morning.
Good morning to my brother Kitten.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well, sweetheart.
You keeping safe?
Safe.
All right.
Well, let me tell you something. In Grenada, since in Uncle Gary days, he do opposition. In Uncle Gary days, the opposition was a kind of a something. You understand what I'm telling you? But now, the opposition is nothing. It's no good. No good. Everything by law. For the honorable Dr. Signature. And it's a good thing. He have good people behind him. If Uncle Kit didn't have good people behind him, won't do. He did. But by the grace of God, he have to come true. Okay, brother Katen and brother Andre,
Well,
are you blessed up by your good self?
You take care, be blessed and be safe and take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too.
Because we need
and
you.
you just take care of Uncle Horicali for me.
Yes, I will.
I'll leave him in your hand, eh?
I will.
And don't
Rest
let
assured.
nobody touch him.
Yes.
Okay?
Bless.
Anything touch him, you just hail out.
Yes, man.
Okay?
Right.
Love you, baby.
Take
Bye-bye. Right.
Yes, Andre, I see you reading something and smile.
No, I'm not smiling because I'm just smiling because of what Miss Jacob is saying. Take care. That's Miss Jacob. No, I'm not reading. I'm just trying to get a message across to someone there. I think I've just gotten the message across. And I'm in a position right now where smiling is not my forte.
Nothing to smile about?
No, nothing to smile about. You know, and there was a time years ago when we saw in Grenada that media houses, they went after media people, and the same thing is happening again. Same thing is happening again.
It seems that people trying to preach forgiveness and respect and so on.
As they say, I ain't pointing fingers.
No, don't point fingers.
No, I ain't pointing fingers. You know?
But there comes a time when saying it as is has to happen, you know.
No, of course, I know. I'm not ready to point any fingers yet, Carl. I'm not ready. Fingers not just will be pointed.
And the truth does offend.
You know, when the angel Gabriel select you and take you.
And Gabriel.
Yeah, and Gabriel do it take you. That's it. You know?
Yeah, man.
That's it. You know. And I'm not likening myself to any angel or anything like that. No, I'm not likening myself to that. It's just that I was having a conversation with a senior person in the art of journalism. I have to call it because it is an art. It's not something that's meant for everybody. And I was having a conversation with a senior person yesterday. No, it wasn't Sherma. And that person pointed out some things to me that are also very clear. You know, there was an incident where some young men were beaten. They're accused of, and they had it on social media. They beat a man somewhere been violent.
Yeah, mentally challenged guy.
Mentally challenged guy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
What did you see, Carl?
In terms of?
In terms of that, what did the picture tell you? The picture, what did it tell you?
Well, to me, I see a high level of disrespect and hypocrisy based on the comments.
Speak. I'm waiting. I still don't understand what you. I honestly.
Well,
don't understand.
disrespect to the person and the hypocrisy in the comments is that persons were not dealing with the issue that the person is being taken advantage of, but trying to say he must do something. They won't do him that just. So to me, it didn't make much sense. Even if he did something, treating with him in that way didn't make any sense. Tell me.
However, while I do understand exactly what you're saying,
yeah,
but do you know that that particular video was muted, and what was being said in the video never came out?
Mm-hmm.
And this senior journalist had a copy of the video.
Okay.
And what was being said by the young men, though it was incorrect for them to do what they did.
Yeah.
But what was being said by them on every lash or blow they administered was, you must leave them young girls alone. If was my sister that do that.
Okay.
Which tells your story outside of the story that you're being told.
Yes.
That story of the young men, and I'm not saying that the young men should have done that, no. But that story from the young men's point of view, Carl, was it ever told?
No. I guess that is the same breath that those some of the comments was. You don't know what he did. Remember just...
Right. Now I say this to say that what you find in this day and age, for instance, the incident that took place with the police with the young man, where everybody was up in arms, Carl, against the police, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did they see that video from the beginning?
No.
Why would the policemen have been talking to the young man? One, were they asking them to disperse and to go home? Or two, were they parting a fight?
Yeah. We didn't see the beginning.
We did not see the beginning. But what the media, in terms of what the television or the social media gave us, was something where the police seemed to be the ones accelerating the whole thing. Yeah?
No investigative.
The last one, Carl, I think you would have seen it too, that took place this week in town there, where there was this guy who fought with the police officer.
Yeah.
How did it all begin? And Carl, this is the problem that we are going through right now with our media people. And I'm not, listen, I asked you this morning to be critical of the ad, remember? I'm just being critical, and not negatively so, but positively critical. What is happening is that our media people, they are not understanding that what they are doing is portraying a certain sector of the population in a bad light.
Yeah.
Because by silencing all these videos, but you're showing it, you are leaving me to interpret what is going on. Yeah?
Yeah.
And if you cannot tell me what is exactly going on, but I have to go by what I see and by what you say, then there's a problem, Keaton, and that is what our biggest problem is right now.
Andre, I hate to say it, journalism has disintegrated into the morals of likes. Wow. It is done for the likes, or who get the most views.
You have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning to you and your guest.
Yes, sir.
Master Call.
Hey, man.
Morning. A long time I do interfere with you on your program, but that don't mean I don't lock down. I locked on because very important program. Me and the boys locked on, man.
Okay.
The boys of Monkridge where Mr. Donald from. He never ducked from that. He never ducked. He's a bully man.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Carla. I want me floors before I dead.
Yeah. Right.
You ever hear about Darky Paul?
Yes.
That's my great grandfather. What they come out?
Monkridge.
So when you talking about Andre and Monkridge and leaving me out, do that.
Yeah.
This man that talking this man that talking they call count in Shantimele.
Yeah.
That man not from Monkridge. That count in Shantimele.
And I still have a grand auntie in Monkridge, Auntie Queen. So I don't come out for him.
Auntie Queen is a grand?
Yeah. So Gabi, I don't come out for. Don't leave me out.
I know that. I know you're well grounded in Monkridge, just as Mr. Donald, yes.
Not you. You from Shantimele.
I agree, but I get citizenship.
No. we give you a green card. That's what you have.
All right.
So tell us.
I want to say, Brother Carl, I didn't hear you. This is, I say it again, who are else to hear, let them hear, who are eyes to see, let them see. This is of the easiest election coming up for the people of Grenada to make a decision. And I will tell you why. This government has done a lot for the last 4 years. I have never seen that in a pandemic. A government keep up all its social programs, extend social services. This is the most social program I ever see. I saw some children going to school and learn a skill, and the government still pay them at home. That's the most social services I ever see. So I know some people, this government has done so much. Look, we have in a university in Montrose. Imagine in 1971, I had the choice and the matter to give the late Sir Eric to commence the Montrose SDA school in 1971. I was a little boy. I brought the choice and the matter for Sir Eric, but to lay the cornerstone. Today I pass and I see almost a university, $7 million. Pamela is a very lucky representative.
And they say nothing has been done.
She's a very good, and she's the one that brings luck to the people of St. Patrick East. Colorado people tell me they never thought they would have seen a good driver in their house before they die. There is enough things. River Sally have a hotel as a community center and all the place. So she have it locked on. So all the people of St. Patrick East have to do is to vote back this lady for she to continue all this good work because she bring luck and good representation. In St. Patrick West, where I grounded, a lot of projects were started, and right now they will be continuing. St. Patrick West will get its fair share. I mean, in any house, whether wife and husband, they might have a little thing, but you can't stop that. But that would not stop us from getting our benefit. Monkridge have 2 bridges. One is ongoing. Very soon they have to interview me as a whole man in the area who knew about this bridge. Then we have the Red Bridge to start soon, plus Little By Road. I using the word Monkridge will be getting its fair share this time around. And I expect to get more votes in Monkridge this time around than 2018. Because if you want a man to pick to go in a cocoa for you in Monkridge now on the block, you hardly could find them. Except they don't want to put all themselves to do that. Little things is happening. So what I'm saying is, it is a clear indication that the government is working.
Okay.
That government listen to the cry of the old people. This government listen to the cry of the children. It listen to the cry of the young people. This is why we have such a powerful program like the e-money program. because the government realized there was a lot of young ladies at home doing nothing. Clear signal. So Grenadian people, don't make a mistake. You have a government at work, although they were placed to work for you. They're working. I see some cheap politics this week. I won't call them, where a political activist from the other side was telling some people, and you vote for us, the man raised floor again, and the man about to raise. I said, stop it, man. Which man? Where we have the wheat in Grenada. So I was like that little touch. I wish you touch your little points, Master Cloud, because there are people that don't listen. Real FM has been providing so much information in the north here. Some people don't watch TV. They don't listen to news, so they could be fooled. Because the people is looking at the intelligence of the person to go and tell them about who is flour and who is in gas and who is, because they know some people don't listen to news. But I want to congratulate Mr. Dollar and his staff. I get a wonderful program at 12 o'clock. I get you on a Friday. I get on a Monday. I get a... Real FM is really doing a wonderful job to educate the people of the country, not just St. Patrick. I don't know if you agree with me. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good. It's Realist 91.9 FM. Cloud, we are on a bit of cricket, and I saw something. Somebody said, hey, while we are at it, John Campbell needs to get dropped. Do you agree?
Drop is harsh.
Right. Let's move on. Azari would have had more test wickets if they stopped dropping the catches.
Drop catches are part of the game.
Pulmal has over 500 first-class wickets, but looks like he in test material. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Brooks needs a good score or he's out.
I agree.
Gabriel should retire instead of returning for the next tour.
Yeah, because you think about Gabriel is not an athlete, eh? Gabriel is just a strong man who bowl fast.
Wayne Daniel.
Yeah, so he don't break down all because he's not an athlete. He's a feel like Andrew Flintoff. They're not athletes, they're just big and strong so they could bowl fast. So the body can hold up to all of the tests.
Okay.
You have to load manage people like Gabriel and every other test.
Rakim is fat, but at least he does his job.
I like him because
he reminds him of you?
No, not only okay. No. When I used to play cricket, I was not of that thing.
That stature.
Nah. The thing about Rakim, in all West Indies victories in the recent past, he has played a pivotal role. Wonderful slip fielder. Mm-hmm. Anything in the air, he take that.
Some close to the carpet.
Yeah, he does bowl well. He could hold up iron for you. And on any given day, he could score quick and valuable runs for you. Plus, in my book.
Hetty should get back his place in its test side.
Hetty needs, I'm thinking West Indies should look to get somebody like Dr. Rudy Webster or them to speak to Hetty. Hetty head, what is the problem? Nothing to do with talent. Hetty and Chris Gale have England on the footing.
That was at stadium.
Queen's Park.
Yeah.
Well ahead of the rate, and Hetty go and play a shot and out himself to me. Only madman others do that. And
friends, we're talking Hetmeyer here, those of you who don't know.
Yeah. But Hetty has a role to play in West Indies cricket still.
You believe?
Yeah.
Okay. The Silver, keeping it messy, and he's not producing runs.
He's the better choice right now. Not making runs, not scoring centuries.
So where is the one out of Trinidad? What's his name?
Puran? I don't think Puran is a test thing.
And Dorich?
Dorich had his chance.
So that's it? He's done?
No, for now, because he had a long run. So if you give him that long run, why not give this one a long run too? A lot of times in West Indies, we drop people too quick.
All right, hear this one. Somebody's asking, are you guys sponsored by Tourism Board? Meaning what? I don't understand what you mean. Explain what you mean by that. Okay, but here's the next one. Blackwood repaid our patience in him by scoring a ton. Still need another big score. You agree?
You need to produce runs.
Right. Darren Ganga should give up commentary.
They're not true, man. Ganga sound good. Okay. So Ganga on the commentary team there now?
I think maybe on the television side of things.
Okay.
Maybe on the television side of things he does maybe a program or whatever. If the person is asking the question, are we sponsored by tourism because we are speaking a lot about Grenada? This is what Real FM is all about. We are in Grenada.
We are Grenadians. One family.
Okay, how is the Wi-Fi and cell phone signal? Can streamers stream if you visit what, the cricket? I don't know how the Wi-Fi is down there. I don't know if it was designed for you to go streaming their cricket when you don't have the rights to stream.
I think it is blocked. And
yeah, you don't have the right. If you have your data, you have your data. Depot is saying that Puran can play test match cricket. He's also a motivator. You think?
Before Puran got his leg broken, I was of the view that he would have been the next wicketkeeper for West Indies in all formats. But he has since shown a preference for the shorter versions of the game.
So?
And keeping 50 overs or keeping 20 overs is a big difference than keeping 150 overs.
Right.
Concentration and everything.
Well, my brother, it's about time for me to say goodbye to you for yet another day. It was indeed a joy.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
Now it's time to say goodbye. I catch you again. Well, you're on
during the week.
You're on Sunday, aren't you? No?
No, Sunday cricket.
Sunday's cricket. So during the week sometime, maybe we'll catch up again.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself and God bless. Friends, Romans, countrymen.
And then
lend me your ear. Huh?
Rest assured that you, Andre Donald, have passed the litmus test of friendship. You are my friend. And if needs be, I, Carl Caton, have to go to the gates of hell for you, I'll do it. I want people to know that. I say no more.
You gotta be careful.
This is Real FM Radio, broadcasting from studio located at Main Street Hotel St. Patrick on frequencies 91.9 and 91.5 FM and www.d